Hey everybody, I'm Bobby Deen, and I've got a great veggie mac and cheese recipe for you that I think you're really going to like. This recipe is from Bobby Deen's Everyday Eats. That's my second cookbook, and all the recipes in my two books I'm super proud of. They're honest recipes, real ingredients, and they've gotten really well received. Book is a few years old, but still holds up. So let's get started. I've got some water boiling on the stove, and it's boiling pretty hard. So I think I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit there, Teresa.
Got carried away.
To it, I'm gonna add broccoli and cauliflower, which really go great in a macaroni and cheese. And I feel like I've said this so many times, but if you want your kids to eat vegetables, sometimes the best way to do that is to hide them in other things that they like. And most kids like macaroni and cheese. And most adults too, to be honest. I like it. All right, so in goes my broccoli. I'm trying not to splash myself. And my cauliflower. Great, and I'm just gonna cook that for about 5 minutes until it's tender. And that looks pretty all by itself, doesn't it? It does to me. Make sure that everybody's in the party. And so look at that, how that ended up. My cauliflower ended up all inside the broccoli. That's pretty cool the way that that worked out. Okay, and I'm going to use the very same bowl because it was just dry veggie ingredients. I'll just wipe it out here. And I'm going to mix together Greek yogurt, 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt. Little Dijon mustard. Whisk was probably not the best vehicle to get that stuff out. And this, and this spoon's too big. But I want to make sure that I get all my stuff here. Okay. I'll add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little Gruyere, which is, I love Gruyere cheese. And if you've never had it, I think that you'll love it too. A little salt, a little pepper. So we'll whisk together our ingredients here. And I know you're looking at this going, well, Bobby, that's a thick, goopy mess. What are you going to do with that? Don't you worry about that. I got an answer for it. It's all very, very well combined. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back. Baked veggie mac and cheese. My broccoli and my cauliflower are finished, and they're over here in my bowl. I've whisked together my yogurt and salt and pepper and Gruyere mixture, all my cheeses and everything. And now I'm going to go ahead and add to my boiling water. I'm using the same water that I cooked the veggies in. I'm going to add to my boiling water this pasta. And I'm not going to use the whole box because I think it would just be too much. I'm going to use about 3/4 of the box. And this is whole grain rotini. And it's going to take about 9 minutes for this to cook. So while this is boiling, we'll take one more break and we'll come right back. Pasta looks great. Got about 1 minute left to go. So for that last minute, I'm going to add some English peas. Get out of there, English peas. Look at that. 3 of them that don't want to go in, but you're going. Hey, Mike. Groover's here, everybody. He's just chomping at the bit to get some of this mac and cheese.
I live in the studio.
He always has lived in the studio. So for about 1 minute, I'm going to let these English peas get warm while the pasta finishes. Take one more break and we'll come back. Okay, so our pasta and English peas are ready. And I'm just going to use my spider here to get them out. And I'm going to add them right to our broccoli and cauliflower. Took me a minute. I fished out all the pasta and English peas. And now I'm going to reserve 1 cup of my pasta water here. You all know what that's for. Look at that. Perfect. 1 cup. All right. Now, to my pasta, cauliflower, broccoli, English pea, I'm going to add our yogurt mixture. And I know you're looking at that going, well, man, how are you going to mix that in? Bobby, how are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? Well, here's how. I'm going to use that pasta water, about a half cup of it. Pour it right over the top. And now, I'm just going to fold all this together. That cheese is quickly softening up. And that warm pasta water is going to do its job. And look at this. Who says veggie mac and cheese can't be delicious? Not I. This is going to take me a few minutes to fold in. So maybe we should take one more break while I get all this mixed together, and we'll come back. So a couple things. I used the second half of the cup of pasta water, okay, because it was a little bit dry. So we used a whole cup of pasta water. And my cheese mixture looks great, and everything melted and came together nicely. But I think it needs a little bit more cheese. So I'm going to sprinkle a little extra Gruyere right on top. But it does look really, really good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So let's make it look good and even. That looks nice. Super nice. It is very, very pretty. And I think it would be good just like it is, but, you know, I just want a little more cheese. I want to present a little bit more cheese on top. So I'm going to do exactly that. And Gruyere is just, oof. You know what? I've kind of discovered that I'm a big cheese fan. I like it. All the white cheeses, the cheddar reserves and the parmesans and the Gruyères and the provolones. And, man, do I like them. Okay, so I've taken a recipe that is meant to be healthy and a little bit lighter, and I've kind of jazzed it up with some extra cheese here, but that's okay. We take liberties when we cook. I know that I certainly do. Okay, panko for the top. I'm using a little bit more than what the recipe calls for. And there are lots of different pankos out there. Breadcrumb, there's just regular breadcrumbs. There's seasoned. These are just regular. You can get whole wheat if you like. And I've got about a healthy cup here of breadcrumbs. May use it all, may not. And that's going to give it a nice brown. Looks great. Okay, let's pop it in the oven until that cheese is bubbly. It'll probably take about 10 minutes. Okay, so let's take one last break and then we'll come back. Okay, people. Baked veggie mac and cheese. This looks really, really great. I'm happy that I put that extra little bit of Gruyere on top. The panko came out nice and brown. It looks great. And it smells heavenly. And again, this would be a good way, excuse me, to get some veggies to your kids if you're having trouble doing that. So, oh boy, look at that. Yeah, that looks so good. I'm going to make sure that this gets eaten a little bit later on, so I'm just going to steal a little bite out of the corner down here. Try not to burn my face off while I do it. It just came out of the oven. I like a dish that you can feel good about eating, and you can definitely feel good about eating this one and serving it to your family also. So I hope that you enjoy it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.